Hi, welcome to our video about our 5 top takeaways from the 30 Days to Healthy Living programme. My name is Katie and I'm a district manager with Arbonne.
My name is Mia and I'm an area manager with Arbonne, and I feel like this programme has changed both of our lives in different ways, so we're going to keep it short and sweet and tell you the top 5 takeaways that we have each.
Okay, so my first takeaway is routine. And what I mean by routine is that doing the programme allowed me to create a strong morning, afternoon and evening routine. I don't know if this was the same for you, but basically every single morning I would get up, I'd have a herbal tea, I'd walk the dogs, do my morning routine, get ready for the day. I'd have my Glow Shot, which was my Digestion Plus, and my Greens Balance, and then I'd have a shake if I was on the go, or I'd have some protein pancakes if I was having breakfast at home. And then I knew what time I would be having my lunch, what I would be having, I knew exactly how it was going to make me feel, and I would already have my evening meals planned. It was so easy to cook, so easy to do, and my days became so structured, and I found that it enabled me to be so much more productive. And then in the evenings, I'd always look forward to my herbal tea, which I would have before bed, which I love. Yeah, and it just gave me the best structure, so that's my first thing.
Okay, so my first takeaway, and the thing that actually means the most to me, is that this programme helped me understand my gut-skin relationship, because I have been an acne sufferer since the age of 13, so about 10 years now, and I was forever thinking about what I was putting on my face, but never actually thought it had something to do with my gut. This is a gut health programme, and your gut is your second brain. So the fact that it's able to help me heal my acne in a holistic way, something that I can just do every single day. It's nothing crazy, it's just simple things I'm adding or taking away from my daily routine.
Okay, so my second takeaway is I lost all the body fat that I wanted to lose. So disclaimer, this is not a weight loss program, and this is a gut health program, but in January, we're in June now, I had surgery on my stomach, so I couldn't do any of the exercise that I wanted to do. My diet went down the toilet a little bit, and I started to feel really swollen and uncomfortable in my own body. It was the biggest I'd ever been, and after 30 days I lost my bloating, so that swollen feeling that I had was completely gone. I lost all the body fat that I didn't even realise I actually had, and my before and after pictures, when I looked at them after day 28, I was so happy. I really was blown away. I wasn't actually expecting those results. I'm not going to put them in this video, but if anybody does want to see my before and after picture, then feel free to message me. I'd be happy to show you and happy to send it. But yeah, body fat, second takeaway.
Okay, so my second takeaway was the fact that, okay, I'm such a morning person.
Yeah.
I love to get up when it's so early, no one else is awake, and this program enabled me to bounce out of bed. Like, there was no grogginess, no sluggishness, and I was excited to get up, just because when you do things that are good and make you feel good, you just want to carry it on. So it's just such a nice thing to have. I know it's probably different for everyone, but that is just something that stood out to me the most. I have like seize the day kind of vibes. Like, it just makes me want to get up and go. I've slept so well, I've slept like a baby, but yeah, just mainly energy to get up.
Yeah, it's like, if you haven't tried a fizz stick, if you have tried a fizz stick, doing the 30-day program is like having 10 fizz sticks. That's literally what it's like. My third takeaway from the program is how it made my gut feel. So background, I've literally had chronic pain in my gut for over 2.5 years. I saw 3 or 4 specialists, we went private, nobody could figure out what it was. I've had every single test you could possibly think of having, I've had, and they couldn't work out what it was. And they said that I had some form of IBS. I didn't have any other symptoms other than just severe pain all the time. Doing the 30-day program, a little bit of background information, I did actually have surgery on my stomach, like I said, in January, which also did help. But doing the 30-day program has been able to show me what I now can and can't eat. So when you do the program, very, very quickly, you implement supplements that add health, but you also remove things that are toxic and allergenic to your body. So toxic foods, allergenic foods. After 30 days, you're able to reintroduce those foods into your diet. And what it does is it shows you how your body actually reacts.
What a fun game.
It is a fun game.
It's different for everyone, and
yeah,
so
and
educational.
When you come off the 30 days, when you get to like day 17, sometimes you're like, oh, do you know what? Could really do with a pizza right now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. When I got to day 30, I was like, oh, should we order a pizza? I didn't want one. I honestly didn't want to come off the program. my gut and my brain was so aligned. They were like, no, don't want to do this. Anyway, this is getting a little bit long. So basically, as I slowly reintroduced foods over that week after the 30 days, my body reacted in different ways to different foods, and it showed me that I have an intolerance to things like dairy, and gluten makes me bloat, which I'm sure a lot of people do have. So yeah, so my third takeaway, probably my biggest one, was although it was slightly disappointing that pizza does hurt my tummy, what can you do? It's also a huge relief to now know what I can and can't eat, because it was always such a worry for me to know if I was going somewhere, or like, was I going to be in pain? When I was going on holiday, I was like, oh no, I've got to have breakfast in the airport. I don't know what I'm going to have to choose when I'm on holiday, you know. And now I know I can eat whatever I want to eat, because I now have a strong understanding about what's going to hurt me and what's not going to hurt me. And that is such an incredible thing for me personally, to now not have that worry or not have that fear.
As it was such a big part of your life.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my third takeaway.
Okay, so my third takeaway is just about the food. I'm such a foodie, and if anyone ever tried me to not eat it, like tell me I wasn't allowed to eat anything, I would just be like, no. I've tried so many fad diets in my life, literally from the age of like 15. I know it's bad, but this program basically allows me to still eat everything that I love to eat, give or take a garlic bread, because I'm obsessed. But it basically just goes to show that the more you eat, there's no calorie counting as well, which I love, because I've been so consumed by calories before, like so consumed. And when you're choosing the right foods and you know and you're educated on what you can have, it's so easy. It's so easy to still be on a health kick, but eating the foods that you love. If you okay, we'll just cut that out. I'll carry on.
Okay.
If you can't follow a healthy living lifestyle and it not be sustainable, if you can't look at a day of eating and think, oh God, I could do this for the rest of my life, then you're doing something wrong. You need it to be something you can do for the rest of your life, because it's not temporary, it's a lifestyle change. So it's choosing foods that you love. It's not depriving yourself.
No, and if you're doing a diet and you're going to sleep hungry, no. You don't have to ever feel hungry. You can still, feel full and feel like satisfied with what you're eating. Like,
we're
it is
using
not
food as fuel, not just to fill us up. So it's like you wouldn't put diesel in a petrol car, you'd fill it up properly. So we're filling ourselves with the good stuff, so it fills you up. Like, you feel satiated. You're not like, oh my God, that chicken burger looks so good, better than what I did a week ago.
Yeah, and it really is only really simple changes. So okay, so takeaway number 4, cooking. So I actually think I'm a pretty good cook, if I don't blow my own trumpet or anything like that, but I've never really gotten into it. When I was at uni, it was quick, easy meals on a budget. My boyfriend and I moved in together, and I found myself cooking a lot, and I actually found a real passion for it, but I didn't have a good understanding of food. I knew that I was cooking. I loved oil, I loved salt, I loved sugar, I loved anything that I thought was going to make it taste good. Doing the 30-day program allowed me to really understand that if I was to cook with 1 tablespoon of olive oil rather than an entire bottle of olive oil, I'm usually going to get the same results, but it does have a difference. And understanding what I'm putting into my body and how I'm cooking with it, I ended up creating some of the most amazing meals. I always thought it'd be difficult. I thought it'd be difficult and complicated, and I didn't have time for that. But it's not. I found it so fun, so refreshing, cooking something that I knew was going to be good for me, that tasted bloody good.
Yeah.
Can you say bloody?
Yeah.
Said it. And yeah, so my 4th takeaway is cooking. I have really found a passion for it. I understand now what I'm cooking and what I'm eating. It feels good and it tastes good.
Okay, so my 4th takeaway is confidence.
Yes.
Now, I've always considered myself to be a confident person. I've never been someone who lacks in confidence, but I've never ever thought it was okay to be like, yeah, I look good. Yeah, like, be nice about myself. So I absolutely do not like my stomach, and I never have done, and I've always carried weight around that area, and I thought, what on earth am I not doing? And everything else is changing but this. Turns out gut health, stomach, it just has such a correlation. But the fact that when you finish the program, I feel like there's no better feeling than what healthy and toned and comfortable feels. It's comfort, and that's what, you know, will be the same for everyone. I feel like when you lose weight, or you know, you clearer skin, or you've got more energy, you feel so good. And I could just wear whatever, and that's such a big thing, because I do think about a lot, like, oh, what angle am I sat at, or you know, what do people think? It's something that consumes all of us. So that is definitely at the forefront of my mind when I'm doing the program. Even if I can't see a difference, I feel a difference, and I'm like, oh my god, I look so much better. And it's all in your mind, it's all mindset.
Yeah, and body fat around your stomach and bloating can often be misunderstood by people, I find, as well. Sometimes that people think that they're fat and really they're just bloated.
And every single person gets bloated. Our body shouldn't do that. I've learned that our bodies shouldn't bloat. And I know, obviously, we are going to bloat, but it's such a big thing. It just shows that we're putting toxicity into our bodies.
Yeah, and body fat around your stomach. I remember I asked my personal trainer, I said, listen, I'm doing abs every single day. Where's my six pack? And she said, Ange Fit One, she's the best. She said to me, she said, stomach fat around your stomach, or what you feel around your stomach, especially as a woman, is all down to diet. So if you're just exercising every single day and you're not actually taking into consideration what you're putting into your body, then those summer six packs not going to come.
How many times have you heard abs are made in the kitchen?
I've never heard that till now.
Have you not?
No.
Oh.
Okay, so takeaway 5, sleep. I've always really struggled with my sleep, just because when my head hits the pillow, I'm not normally the sort of person that can fall asleep straight away. My brain is all over the place. I'm never relaxed, I'm never stressed. I feel uncomfortable. And then what happened was I got into a routine of thinking, I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get up in the morning. When I did the 30 days, this happened actually without me even realise it was happening. I'd have so much energy throughout the day that I had so much energy throughout the day, and what it did, it gave me such clarity with my thoughts. I was so productive, I was getting things done. By the time I got into bed, I was really ready. I was really ready to sleep, and it sounds weird for me to say this, and literally I'm being as literal as possible. When I got into bed, I felt so healthy that I had a healthy sleep. And I'd go to sleep and I'd be like, yes, I've had a really great day filled with energy. I would sleep throughout the night. And another thing, actually, I've always really suffered with really bad nightmares. Don't know why. I didn't get any nightmares. This is my number 5 takeaway: nightmares. Sleep and nightmares. I have suffered with nightmares like I cannot remember. And I remember the biggest thing that I took away from the 30 days, at one point, I turned around and I was like, I haven't had a nightmare in about 2 weeks. And I know that there's a lot of correlation between what you eat and how you sleep and what you dream about. That is actually my biggest takeaway.
I don't dream ever.
Do you not?
No, I literally, like, it's almost like I'm in a coma from the minute I hit the pillow to the minute I wake
up.
up.
No, that's not me. I have really bad nightmares. My boyfriend's often shaking me in the middle of the night, like, wake up, it's just a dream. And I'm like crying in the middle of the night, like, I don't even know. But yeah. So that's my actual biggest takeaway.
Right, my final and 5th takeaway would be the correlation between being healthy and productivity. So, I don't know about anyone else, but when you are healthy and making better choices, you want to exercise more, you want to seize the day, you want to do well at work, like everything kind of falls into place. And that is definitely for someone like me. Like when I've got one area of my life that feels a little bit off balance, it usually reflects like the rest of my life.
Yeah, you know, that's a real psychological thing.
Yeah.
It's like the habits, the pillar habits or something. I'm gonna find out what it is and I'll put it on the screen. But it's like, if you quit smoke, it's like when you change one thing in your life, it has a domino effect on everything else. So like if you quit smoking, it makes you want to eat healthier, because you're eating healthier, you want to exercise. When you're exercising, you want to see people or whatever, and that's the effect that it has. I need to figure out what that is. Sorry.
That's fine. And I actually used to suffer a little bit with health anxiety, and it kind of, when I started one thing, like healthy living journey, it like spurred me on to trying new things, adding more things into my diet, listening to podcasts that would like help me feel better, and like do things that, like you said, like a domino effect. And when I'm on the 30 days, I'm in such a better mood, because brain fog is such a huge thing for me. I'm such an overthinker, and when I'm in control of my diet, and not necessarily diet, but when I'm just doing things, like when you take these supplements, you know you're doing so well for your body, because they are
so thanks for watching our video about our 5 top takeaways from the 30 Days to Healthy Living program. I hope that it was a little bit insightful, a little bit informative. It's just nice to just share our experience with other people.
And everyone's experience is different because everyone's guts are different. But it's mainly the community as well. Like, you'll never be doing it by yourself.
No.
The feeling that you have being around everyone who wants to be healthy. I know there's nothing that I don't prefer more than to just be healthy and happy at the same time. So thank you so much for watching. Keep your eye out for some more videos. Woo-hoo. Bye.